Hurricane Matthew's destruction could cost the country $500 million, and now government is looking at alternative means to foot that big bill. Good Friday evening, Bahamas. I'm Altaviz Munnings, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. It's always good to see you. The nation's leader says Matthew's devastation is so enormous that it can break the public purse, and that's why it's looking to other sources for aid in its restoration efforts. Clint Watson leads us off tonight.
The extent of the devastation, it's enormous in terms of physical properties, and we can't measure what it has done to people in terms of their mindset and their disposition.
The mushrooming cost to restore and rebuild following Hurricane Matthew will take more than the government has available in its budget. Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Perry Christie, knows this, and thus a catalyst behind his decision to float a bond from commercial banks to inject quick money to address the need. The Prime Minister acknowledges that they have had to use their discretion and help some people rebuild their homes, but it's not a task government can solely undertake for everyone.
We have left the rebuilding of homes to the general population, to providing duty-free provisions for them, exigency orders. And those exigency orders allow them to import goods duty-free without taxes, and I'm sure we'll have to even take into consideration back to be able to give them access to that. But we are concerned here, and one of the conversations I have to have with Mr. Gowan Bo is that even with duty-free provisions, some people will find it difficult to build their homes on their own.
Mr. Christie is also aware that there are Bahamians with home insurance. However, because of high deductibles in the thousands of dollars, many still find themselves in a jam.
One family told us her deductible was $5,000 and where she can get $5,000. And so these are matters that our financial advisors will address and speak to as to whether, again, the government has to introduce a new policy initiative in this regard to ensure that people are able to access insurances. Because if they've been paying insurance, clearly they must be able to have the benefit of it.
Aside from that, Mr. Christie has put together a fundraising committee of local and non-Bahamians living here.
We are asking them to go about their business of being able to impress upon people that everything cannot be done by the government. Bahamians themselves and people abroad have been very, 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 I think, giving of themselves and their resources for events of this kind. And we know that we are going to be able to ask people to assist in that regard.
Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.